So I'm going to take your questions first. Okay, Michael, hands up. Go ahead. You're muted.
Craig,
There
can you hear me? Okay. You were kind of whipping them pretty good in that first half, but it was still only 17-7. There were some mistakes in there with the penalties, and then you guys kind of came out with your hair on fire to start that second half. What did you say during halftime? It seemed like you really cleaned things up.
You know what? We did talk. You're pretty observant there. We talked about our effort was good, but our execution and just some of the things that we needed to clean up. They have good players, and we needed to make sure we executed and make them go the long, hard way. I really thought a real key point in the game was to reestablishing the momentum. UNLV chose to go for it on fourth, and I thought was probably medium 5 yards or something like that. And as a result, we were able to convert there. That's like a turnover. And then we went down and scored. And we talked about reestablishing the momentum, and that certainly did. Okay, with technology here, can somebody look at the screen? Because I've got I can't see anybody's faces, and I've got a whole lot of
hey, Trey, do you want to go ahead?
Nope, go ahead. I got it. Tracy, go ahead.
Sure, Coach. How much, to get Crawl and Harris both back in the starting role, you were a little uncertain early in the week whether they'd be ready. That had to be a little bit of a lift for you guys?
It was a huge lift. Those are seasoned players, and Garrett's one of our captains and has gone through so much, getting his foot healed. And then he got contact traced and sat down for another 14 days. And it was great to see him out there, and then to have Logan in the trenches. And, two veteran players just add so much more stability and leadership to our football team, because we are, I think, a fairly young team, and to have two older guys like that, their presence on the field, it sends a sense of steadiness to some of our younger players. Davis.
Craig, you had said that earlier in the week you were concerned about some of the fundamentals after not playing for 3 weeks. Were you surprised at all that you guys came out and played that well, particularly up front?
I was not surprised about up front. I thought we've been doing some pretty robust competition in practice. What I was concerned about was our tackling. That was a little bit of a mixed bag tonight. We did miss a little bit more tackles than what we would like, but certainly our point of attack on both the defensive line and the offensive line, they were well up to par. I think, Cody, you're next.
Coach, I don't know if you have a status update on Xavier Valladay or not, but what can you say about Trey Smith? And, he's had such a long career, and for him to come in and have a career day like this, you got to feel good for that kid.
It was great. He certainly, our line did a great job of creating some holes, but there were a lot of plays, as you guys know. There was nothing there, and he kept his feet moving and legs driving and spun and made some great runs. And it was heartwarming to see him. We're in hopes that we'll have X back this next week, and having a 1-2 punch like that, and then also getting DeWine in, and then Double B scored a touchdown. The old Natrona County guy goes in there and scores a touchdown. I think our sideline erupted. I hope the state of Wyoming erupted too. Did I say Cody, or should I say Casper? I said Natrona County, didn't I? Okay, I got it right. Thanks, Coach Harshman. Okay, who's up? Davis.
So, Craig, do you know what X's injury is, or the extent of it at this point?
No, they'll do some work when he gets back. They are going to MRI it, which says it could be somewhat significant. I'm in hopes that that's just a precaution, but we'll find out a lot more once they read the MRI. Michael.
Chad Muma was just all over the place today. I think he finished with 3 sacks, which was the most for anyone since Granderson did it back in 2017. Was this the best game that you've seen him play?
I think so. However, we knew that there was going to be some weaknesses, and to blitz him at times, I thought our defensive coaches, Coach Swavell, did a great job timing up some of those things, and it was great to see Chad make those plays. Cody?
No Victor Jones, no Cole Godbout. What can you say about these young guys on that defensive front?
Well, it's been really encouraging because a lot of those guys, quite frankly, I knew who they were. I could somewhat pronounce their last names, and that's about all I knew. And, I think it's encouraging to see Coach English and Coach Caligus, the job that they've done with those young guys, because you're right. There are a lot of unknowns that have been called up. And the other thing I just want to say too, Justice Borton came back without a scholarship, and he adds so much to our football team, and guys like that embody what we're talking about. So between the young guys and a guy like Justice Borton, get you fired up to go into the office and coach every day. Okay, anything else for me? All right, guys, see you later.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Craig.
The first possession of the third quarter. I mean, if they go down and score there, we're talking about a one-possession game. Instead, you guys flip it on its head, take the ball away 3 straight times, score 3 straight touchdowns, and run away with it.
Yeah, no, I think that was huge, especially coming out of halftime like that. And we knew we had to get a stop right there. So, yeah, we played great on that drive, I think. So, yeah, that was huge.
Braden, to get Crawl back in the lineup for the first time this year, he's a captain on the team. He had a pretty good game too. What did it mean to you guys?
No, he means everything to us. Like the first play of the game, he had a 10-yard tackle for loss. But unfortunately that got called back. But yeah, no, he means everything to us. I kept telling him before the game, I was like, you need a massage, like you need anything for me to get you right. Like, cause I didn't know if he was going to come back or not. So I was kind of messing around with him and just, telling him, if he needs a massage or like, if he's good or like he needs to go in the hot tub or something like that, whatever he needs, man, cause we needed him back for sure. So yeah, he means everything to us.
We got any more?
Braden, yeah, just one for me. Braden, is it difficult, with the 22-day layoff and, the last game was a tough 4-door loss. Is it hard to keep your emotions in check? Like, does it take a little while to kind of get yourself under control, or did it come pretty easily today?
You're saying like over the 3 weeks that we had
Yeah,
off?
yeah. I just imagine it would probably be a little bit emotional not playing for 3 weeks and then finally getting back out there after a loss.
Yeah, it's a little it's a little annoying, like just, having practice every day and not getting the chance to go out and like showcase your skills and all that stuff. But I think we stayed pretty level-headed and, we knew that we were going to get another shot sooner or later this season. So we just knew that we had to be ready whenever. And we knew that because there was stuff, like that we were hearing that we might play CU and CSU and all that stuff. So we just knew like we had to be ready no matter what. But yeah, so.
And then real quick, can you kind of take me through that interception? What'd you see there?
Yeah, so it was just man coverage, and the dude ran a drag route underneath the linebackers, and I knew how to take it. And I was actually late on it. I was actually behind on it. I kind of did bad on that. But yeah, it just slipped right through his hands and then ended up in mine because I was so late on it. But yeah, that was basically it.
Ray, when you guys stopped them on that 4th down play they tried to convert, was that a lift at all too, to know you've gone out and reestablished that?
Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
When they went up for it on 4th down, and you got the defense stopped them big time.
Yeah.
Was that an emotional lift at all for you guys to feel like, okay, now we're back in control?
Yeah, I think so too. We knew like coming into this game that they were going to try to go for it on 4th down. And whenever you get a stop on 4th down, that completely deflates the other team. So, yeah, whenever we get a stop, like we just got to stop right there. And yeah, I got the whole defense going and it got the offense going too. So definitely.
Thank you.
All right, got any more questions, guys? All right. Thanks, Braden.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Braden.
All right,
How y'all doing?
got Trey Smith here. Davis, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
All right, Trey, I know you probably weren't expecting to get that heavy of a workload, but when X went down, just kind of what was the mindset? What was working for you guys so much for you to have a career day?
Just running the ball, pounding the rock. It hurt to see my brother go down like that, and hopefully he gets back on his feet real quickly. But the offensive line, they just did a great job opening holes, pushing, winning the line of scrimmage. The coaches did a great job game planning, and our attitude right now, we're trying to get some W's because after losing to Colorado State, we were pretty down bad. So now we're ready to get this train rolling.
How good did that feel for you personally, to have that day like that? I know it's been a while, since you've had a day like that, but to have a day like that, what was it like?
It just meant a lot more to just help my team and produce for my team and just gradually help the team and get to a W. I'm not a big stats guy, but I'm definitely going to do what it takes to get a W.
Trey, what did it mean to you to see Dwayne McNeely get out there and make some plays and to see Brett Brennan get in the end zone?
Those guys, they've been working so hard for so long, and it was just so rewarding just to see those guys get touches and see him score. It was just a great feeling just seeing him celebrate, and it just really made me joyful.
Trey, obviously, the last game, it was 3 weeks ago, and it didn't go how you guys wanted. Braden Smith kind of brought up the word revenge and said, UNLV was just the next team in our way. Did this feel like a game to sort of take out your guys' aggression? I feel like there's probably a lot of pent-up emotion.
That's exactly what it was, and it was a lot of preparation. We've been practicing extremely hard for the past 2 to 3 weeks, just going at it every day, and I really think it paid off. This is a really rewarding win for us as a team.
Trey, I think that this is the first time this year on the road you guys have jumped out to the lead and not had to play from behind. Was that a point of emphasis? I mean, just the few weeks in practice?
Yeah, it was a different energy. Usually we'll come out slow and dig ourselves in a big hole and we'll have heart and come back and fight it out. But today we came out there and we had a plan and we executed.
Trey, what's it like to see your quarterback pounding the end zone 3 times?
It gives me all the confidence in the world, seeing Levi take hits and trying to win for the team and do whatever it takes to win. It just raises the morale of the team. And when you have a young quarterback like that coming in and stepping up, it's a real good thing for the team.
All right, we got any more questions, guys? All right. Thank you, Trey.
Thanks, Trey.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Trey.
You too. For the field today, it looked like you haven't played a game in about 3 weeks. How good did that feel to get out there and then to pick up 3 sacks? I mean, what a day for you.
Yeah, no, it was definitely very exciting to get back out there and finally get to play again. And I just think as a whole, we were all really excited to get out there. And so I think that we all did excellent and executed very well today.
When was the last time you blitzed that much?
Gosh, I don't know. It was exciting today. We just kept we saw it early in the game. We saw it in our game plan. So I think everyone else around me did a good job of allowing it to be free for those sacks and allowing other people to be free for when they could get back there.
Chad, this defensive line has taken some hits, whether it's, one thing or the other. How impressive was it to see those young guys in there? Coach Bohl said he didn't even know half their names, and to watch them step up and play the way they did.
No, they played fantastic. And additionally, credit to Garrett Krall getting back out there. It's nice to see him and have him. And so I think his leadership this past week kind of helped those younger guys kind of get in tune. And I think our coaches did a great job of getting everyone prepared.
Chad, how big was the 4th down when you held UNLV to turn the emotion of the game around?
Right. No, that was definitely very huge to have. I think it was well executed, and I think Isaiah's had a good tackle on that. And so it's just good to have, 4th down stops are always great.
I know Coach Bohl said that coming into this, he wasn't worried about, with 3 weeks off the line play. He was a little bit worried about tackling and how that would be. How did it kind of feel to be doing live stuff for the first time in 3 weeks?
Right. I know it's always definitely kind of weird. But I think once we kind of got our leverage down, made your first tackle out there, I think everyone was comfortable again, making those plays and whatnot.
All right, guys, we got any more questions? All right, thanks, Chad.
Great. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Chad.
A little bit of a struggle getting comfortable early in the game. At what point did you start to feel like you guys could take control?
Well, I mean, we had 3 weeks of not playing football and, a little bit of rust, which was expected. But I thought we ran the ball really, really well. Obviously, the pass game needs to improve still. Missed some open opportunities, some different routes that we just didn't run to the perfection. So, still got to work on stuff. But overall, I think, coming out of halftime and putting that first touchdown in, that was a huge play for us. So,
yeah, Levi, what was the halftime message?
Obviously they just scored and momentum looked like it shifted that way. So the message was, make them go 3 and out on defense and then score touchdown right off the bat and just kind of finish them off. We knew that they didn't want to hang in there for the whole game. So, putting their nail in the coffin early was important.
Levi, you haven't been running a ton this year with the backup situation, obviously the way it is, but you had some good runs today. Where does that get you back into the game, get you involved in the game when you're running and getting banged around a little bit? It seems like that really sparked you.
I mean, sure. I mean, I feel like I'm being more productive in the game for sure, but I would much rather watch someone else do all the running and cheer them on from behind them. So, but I do what I need to do to put our offense in a good position. If that's me running the ball or me not running the ball, that's what I'm going to do. So,
Levi, it's the first time you guys have actually played with a lead on the road. How much was just getting off to that fast start emphasized coming into this week?
It was super important. Coming into this week, I think we were a little bit pissed off because we didn't get to play the last 2 games, and it wasn't because of us. It was completely out of our control. So getting off to a fast start, putting points on the board. Obviously, a lot of missed opportunities in the first half that we need to fix. We need to tune up. But, I mean, we hadn't played in 3 weeks, so a little bit of rust, like I said. But, I'm just really proud of our guys. They had a really dominating performance, especially the guys up front. The O-line did a great job blocking all game, pass and, run. So, hats off to them.
Yeah, how much of a lift was it to get Logan Harris back?
It was huge. Obviously, it's kind of a mix and match the last 2 games. And having him back was huge. A little bit more experience on the O-line. And, that's where we feel that we're solid and we need to be solid. So, it was great having him back in action with us. So.
All right, guys, we got any more questions? Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, just real quick, Levi, you scored 3 rushing touchdowns today. It was the most for a Wyoming player since Brian Hill back in 2016. Did you ever think that your name would be in the same sentence as Brian Hill?
No. Honestly, didn't think they were going to run me as much as they did, but they did, especially in short yardage situations. But, that's good company for sure. He's doing a lot of great things. So I'm flattered, but, still work to be done. And we got to prepare for New Mexico coming next week. So.
All right, is that it, guys? All right, thanks, Levi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Levi.
Thanks, Levi.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Nick.
I will get you guys. I'll post some stuff here, audio, video, and everything, and then we'll see your faces tomorrow, I'm sure.
You're transcribing all this, right?
No.
Damn it.
Thanks, Nick.
Damn it.
Many blessings to all of you.
Thanks, Nick.
See you
Thanks,
guys.
thanks, Nick.
See you, Nick.